All right, guys, this lesson's on how to find the area of a regular polygon. We're going to reference these note cards we had when we were talking about special right triangles, those 45, 45, 90s, and all the 30, 60, 90s. So this is a quick way to help find some missing pieces for the formula when we're doing the areas of regular polygons. So we can use these, or you can use trig, the SOHCAHTOA. But if I can, I'm going to use these. And if I can't use these, if the angles don't match up right, I'll have to use SOHCAHTOA. So if you need to find these cards, they're on the lessons that talk about those two types of special rights. Here we go. All right, parts of a regular polygon. First bullet, the distance from the center of a polygon to any side is called the apothem. A-P-O-T-H-E-M. So on the little diagram, this little guy right here, that's your apothem. It always meets that base at a 90. Second bullet, the radius, which is this piece over here, of a regular polygon is the distance from the center to a vertex. So center to a corner of the polygon, that is your radius. And then your formula to find the area, it's 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. And remember, guys, your perimeter is all your sides added up for any polygon. So two pieces you need, apothem and perimeter. All right, 1 and 2, once you find the area of each regular polygon, these are super friendly. They give you the apothem. So if you look at number 1, 7's your apothem, then your perimeter, just add up all those sides, and you would have it. So real quick, area, 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter, and if you add up all the sides, it comes to be 72.6. Type it in, 254.1 square feet. Number 2, that's 16 is your apothem. Starts from the center, hits the side at a 90. Formula, 1/2 times the apothem. Then your perimeter, if you add up all those 13.3s all the way around, it comes to be 106.4. Type it in, 851.2 square centimeters. All right, so those are the layup ones. Those are super easy ones. Now we pick it up a little bit here, guys. So real key here, guys, these are your steps to find the apothem and or a side length, right? So if we got to find apothem or a side length, we got to use these 3 little steps here. First step says create a right triangle by drawing the apothem and radius. All right, so if I look at number 3 here, I have the apothem, but I don't have the radius, right? We'll call that R. So that's your first step. Number 2, find the measure of the interior angle where the radius intersects the vertex. Use a formula, remember this guy? The sum of the inside angles is n minus 2 times 180. But in this case, we have to divide by n to get one angle. So right here, let's write finds one angle. Then it says divide by 2. This finds the angle in triangle. All right, so here's how it works. So first step, I got to figure out what is one of those inside angles, right? So number of sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subtract 2, divide by 180. So we have 4 times 180. That gives you the total of the inside angle, 720. Then divide that by how many you have, which is 6. So one of the inside angles equals 120. Last step, to find the angle on the inside of the triangle, you got to cut that in half. So half of 120 is 60 degrees. Now I can use special right triangles, or I can use trig to find this your edge piece right here. We need to figure out that guy right there. So I'm going to reference 30, 60, 90s because this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And the piece that we have would be considered the long leg. So another color, 5 is your long leg. Your radius is the hypotenuse, and x is your short leg. So given long leg needs short leg, what do we do? Given long leg needs short leg, divide by square root 3. So when we do that, to find x, we take our long leg 5, divide by square root 3. That comes out to be 2.89. Now, for the perimeter, now remember this. We got the apothem, we still need perimeter. So this little piece right here is 2.89, but I got to times that by 2 to get that entire segment down there. And when I do that, that comes out to be 5.78. So perimeter, you have 6 sides. Multiply that by 5.78. Ends up giving us 34.68. We got the pieces. We have the apothem, which is 5. We have the perimeter formula. 1/2 the apothem times perimeter. Type it in correctly, comes out to be 86.7. All right, and for this worksheet, we're only going to do the odds. Number 5 is up next. Step 1, create a triangle. Remember, it says drawing the apothem and the radius. Do that every single time. That is the radius. That's the side length we need right there. Step 2, find the inside angle. Then we got to cut it in half to get the angle inside of the triangle. So this is a pentagon. So for pentagons, we have 5 sides. Subtract 2, which gives us 3. So 3 times 180. Divide by the sides, which is 5. So one of the inside angles is 108. So one inside angle is 108. Then we have to cut that in half to get the angle on the inside. Half of 108, 54. I cannot use my 45, 45, 90 or my 30, 69 because the inside angle is 54 degrees. So I have to use trig. So katoa. If we label the pieces, the side across is opposite. The side right next to me is adjacent. And that's what I need. Remember, I need this piece right here. O and the A, tangent. So tangent of 54 equals opposite 10 over adjacent x. This time we're going to divide 10 divided by tangent 54. Make sure your calculator's in degree mode. 10 divided by tangent 54. 7.27. We got the pieces. We have our apothem, which is 10. We just have to remember to double that to get our perimeter. So for perimeter, double that guy. That comes out to be 14.44. 14.54. So 5 times that, 5 number sides, comes to be 72.7. There we go. Formula, 1/2 times apothem 10 times perimeter 72.7 for a grand total of 363.5 square inches. 4 more to go. Okay, number 7. Step 1, draw that triangle. Now, since this bottom piece is 8, I got to cut that in half to get that piece 4. And I don't know the apothem. That's what I need. For step 2, figure out one of the inside angles. Once again, we have a pentagon. We just did that on number 5, I believe. The inside angle comes to be 108. If I cut that 108 in half to get the angle inside the triangle, that's 54. Once again, I have to use trig because I don't have a 45, 45, 90 or a 30, 60, 90 to use my cheat sheets. So if we set it up, cross the triangle is opposite. Piece next to you is adjacent. O and the A, we're going to use tangent. Tangent of 54 equals opposite A over adjacent 4. Variables on top, you got to multiply. So 4 times tangent 54. That comes out to be, if you type it in correctly, let's see here, 5.51. So now we have our apothem, and then we can multiply this guy by 5 to get our perimeter. So we have all the pieces technically. We got the apothem, and then we'll figure out our perimeter. So formula, area is 1/2. Apothem came to be 5.51. 8 times 5 is 40 for your perimeter. If you type it in correctly, it comes out to be 110.2 square inches. Number 9. First step, draw the triangle. One piece goes to the corner. One piece goes perpendicular to a side. All right, the whole bottom is 14. Cut that in half. That little guy would be 7. Step 2, find the measure of one side angle. We have an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 times 180. 1080. Divide that by 8. Oop. 135. So one of the inside's angles is 135. Cut that in half to get the angle inside the triangle. 67.5. Once again, we have to use trig because we don't have one of those special rights. This is our apothem. That's what we're looking for. So this is your opposite piece. The leg next to you is your adjacent. Oh, in the A, you're going to use tangent once again. All right, so tangent of 67.5 equals opposite A over adjacent 7. Variables on top, we're going to multiply. 7 times tangent 67.5 comes out to be 16.9. You've got the pieces. You have your apothem, and we can find perimeter using that. All right, formula 1/2, apothem 16.9. Perimeter, if you add up all the sides, comes to be 112. You type that in, it's 946.4 square meters. Number 11. Step 1, draw the triangle. We do not have the apothem is what you need, and we also need one of the small pieces over here, so we got a little bit of work to do. If you notice this is a square, we automatically know these are all 90s. Half of that, 45. There's your step 2. That's a quick one. So what I do know with this is that this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. I can find the apothem and this little piece here because it's going to be the same exact number, right? So first, cheat sheet, 45, 45, 90 card. We're missing the legs, and I have the hypotenuse. So given hypotenuse, need leg, just divide by square root 2. So take your hypotenuse, which is 3. Divide that by square root 2. That comes out to be 2.12. So this is that little piece right here, right? That's also your apothem. And if I multiply that number by 2, each side would be 4.24. Okay, we've got the pieces. We've got the apothem. We have length of one of the sides. Finish it off. Formula, 1/2. Apothem is 2.12. That number times 4 comes out to be 16.96. If you type it in, 17.98 square miles. All right, last one. Draw your triangle. Super tiny one. We are missing the apothem, and we're also missing part of our little perimeter piece, right? All right, we have an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did an octagon up top, but we'll walk you through it one more time. So n minus 2 times 180. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 times 180 is 1080. Divide that by 8 to get one inside angle. 135. So one side inside angle is 135. Then we divide that by 2 to get the angle inside the triangle, 67.5. So angle inside, 67.5. Once again, we have to use trig because we don't have a nice special right triangle. So across the angle is opposite. The piece next to me is adjacent. O in the A, tangent. So tangent is 67.5 equals opposite A over adjacent. Oh, can't use that one either. Hold on, time out. Made a mistake. If we have the O and the H, we have to use sine. Opposite hypotenuse, use sine. I'm going to find the apothem first. So opposite of hypotenuse, A over 7. Multiply 7 times sine of 67.5. If you type that in correctly, the apothem comes out to be 6.47. Set up one more trig equation to find the piece of the perimeter. I have the A and the H cosine. Cosine is 67.5 equals adjacent x over hypotenuse 7. Once again, we got to multiply. 7 times cosine 67.5 comes out to be 2.68. All right, we've got the pieces. If I multiply this guy by 2 to get one of the outside perimeter pieces, that comes to be 5.36. Right? So half a side was 2.68. I double that to get one full perimeter piece. Now we've got them all. There's your apothem. There's your perimeter piece formula. 1/2 the apothem, 6.47, times the perimeter, so 8 times that number right there, comes out to be 42.88. Final answer, 138.72 square millimeters. I want to do one more with you guys where it has a 30, 60, 90, and I'll do one more where it has a special right with you. Let's take a look at, and they go kind of fast. Let's look at numbers 8 and 10, then we'll call it good. All right, so step 1, draw your triangle. We're missing the apothem, and then I can do the bottom piece. If I cut 22 in half, this little guy would be 11. Okay, find the degree of one's inside angle. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a hexagon. So to find that interior angle, 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 times 180 comes out to be 720. Then divide that by 6, 120. So the one inside angle is 120. Cut that in half to get the angle inside the triangle. That would be 60. So this is a special right. It's a 30, 60, 90. If I label the pieces, across the 60 is your long leg. The 22 is your short leg. He is across the 30, and then hypotenuse would be across your 90. So using my cheat sheet, given short leg, need long leg. Given short leg, need long leg, multiply by square root 3. So real quick, to find the apothem, I take my short leg, 11, multiply that by square root 3 to get your apothem. It comes to be 19.05. So that is your apothem. And then perimeter, just multiply that by 6 and we got it. So real quick, area, 1/2. Apothem is 19.05. Perimeter is 132. 22 times 6. Solution comes out to be 1,257.3 square yards. All right, last one, number 10, where we can use our little cheat sheets. Step 1, draw your triangle. Hits the side of 90. Other piece goes to a vertex. We have the perimeter piece. So this whole side is 9. If I cut that in half, this would be 4.5. And this is a triangle. Remember, so all angles side of the triangle are 60. This is an equilateral, nice regular polygon. So if each angle inside is 60. I cut that in half to get the angle inside the triangle, which would be 30. It's a special right. It's a 30, 60, 90 triangle, right? So let's label it. Across the 30 is my short leg, which I need. I have the piece across the 60, which is my long leg. So I have long leg. I need short leg. Cheat sheet. Given long leg, need short leg, divide by square root 3. So define the apothem. Take your long leg, 4.5. Divide that by square root 3. That comes out to be 2.6. We have the apothem. We have the piece of our perimeter. We got the pieces. Area is 1/2. The apothem, which is 2.6, times your perimeter. 9 times 3 is 27. For a total area of 35.1 square centimeters. All right, so you have examples of special rights with the 45-45 90s, the 30-60 90s, and then you got a couple examples where we had to use trig to find the apothem or one of those perimeter pieces. So tough assignment. Make sure you do your homework. That's it for this lesson.